Unpopular opinion, but I literally think that women should be paid to exist. I know y'all are probably gonna be like, what? But no, follow me on this. So one, like...
Okay. So, according to this feminist, well, that's what she calls herself, she believes women should be paid to exist. Yes. Oh, wait. Oh, wait. She's serious? No, really. She's really serious, right? Okay. Let me laugh even louder. Oh, I haven't had a good laugh like that in a while. But anyway, all jokes aside, all jokes aside, she really believes women should be paid to exist. We're gonna delve further deeper into this. But before we go any further, yep, it's me again. They hate me. That's why they give a fuck about me at the same time. As always, JD Miles. The MGTOWs, they love to hate. Even the ones that claim everybody loves to hate them, loves to hate MGTOW at the same time. As always, this is why our haters keep us relevant to this day, and I'm back again. I've already Well, we already know what tonight's topic of discussion is going to be. Now, why should women be paid to exist in a relationship? Maybe she can explain to us that shit. And before I go any further, shout out to the Black Conservative Perspective. I'll leave a link to his full video in the description box. Go check him out. But let's get down to the crux of this suggestion right here. And why do I believe that her suggestion is not only retarded as fuck, but it also going to set the feminists way back on this matter. And I'll explain to you. I'll explain to y'all later on. But let's hear what she has to say.
Our bodies literally create life, y'all. Like, that within itself, like, beats any freaking invention that a man can come up with. Like,
oh, really? And I do agree with one person saying in the comments, oh, now it's about life. That small heartbeat inside you, ma'am, was supposed to be a baby. Now it's a human life. Too bad that the people who support pro-choice disagrees. First, it's not a life. Now it's a life. I don't get it. Let's continue.
any tech company, like, no tech company can come up with a baby in my belly. So one, that's why we should get paid. And then even women who have already had children, they should still get paid, because guess what? Like, the life of a mother, like, that's a whole job within itself. I literally think that.
So wait a second. Not only do you expect for men to pay you in order to exist in the relationship, but you also expect for those same men to pay single mothers in order to exist in a relationship. Only one question. How do you know for a fact that these men want to deal with single mothers? That don't make no sense at all. And second, regarding your suggestion, if these men got to pay you in order for you to exist in the relationship, then what's in it for them? You think they're gonna just pay? You think they're gonna just pay you just to sit back and look cute? No. If a man's gonna pay you, then he's gonna expect something back in return. I believe they call that. I believe everybody calls that getting what their money's worth. So no, if he has to pay you in order to exist, he's gonna want something back in return. You think he's gonna just pay you and you don't do shit? Good luck with that. Let's continue.
that we should receive monthly incomes for being women. I know that sounds ridiculous, but I'm being so serious. I'm being so serious.
A few moments later.
Bro, a bunch of incel men are like so upset about the video where I'm like, women should be paid to exist. They're literally like, upset, like pissed. Which, like, it just makes me laugh because y'all are saying women shouldn't be paid to exist. But I'm sorry.
Bitch, don't try to act surprised. You said what the fuck you said. Now you want to act all surprised. Now you want to act all surprised and triggered because men do not agree with your dumbass suggestion. And furthermore, stop your blood clot crying. Keep in mind, you said out of your own mouth, ma'am, that your suggestion was controversial. But here you are feeling a certain kind of way because of the reaction you got from your suggestion. I mean, it's like you're on YouTube. Everybody wants to be controversial, but then they get triggered when they receive the side effect, when they can't handle the side effects of being controversial. And I don't know what is with this fairy tale notion that, I can be controversial and no one should not have a response to it. Really? Is that what you think? You think you could be controversial and no one won't respond to it? Then social media is not for you. And and if you feel like your feelings is hurt because people responding to your controversial suggestion, then why even bring it up to begin with? I'm just saying, let's continue.
Sorry. Who are the ones paying for OnlyFans? Who are the ones making bank on OnlyFans? It's not men. It's women. And who are the ones paying the women? Men. And what are the
Oh, wow. Oh, I know how to pause. Wow. What a blanket statement. So according to this dumb feminist, she she's throwing out a blanket statement trying to make it seem like all men pay for OnlyFans. Okay, if that's the case, why don't she start her OnlyFans account? Since she wants men to pay her money for existence. Because I don't see the difference between an OnlyFans account and you begging men for money for existence. What do you think OnlyFans models do? They get paid for existence. And if that's what you want, then you're no different than these OnlyFans models, ma'am. And the fact that you're comparing a real life relationship to OnlyFans just clearly shows how fucking ignorant you are. And let me let you in on a little secret. Not all men have an OnlyFans account, so that bullshit you're trying to pull is not going to work. So please do try again.
What are the women just doing? Honestly, they're just existing in their bodies that y'all are choosing to sexualize. So,
Y'all, ma'am, there is no y'all in this situation. And damn it, I know how to pause, nose ring, and everything. Ain't no y'all in this, cause not all of y'all have an OnlyFans account. Not every man has an OnlyFans account. So that bullshit is not gonna fly. Some of us some of us would rather pay to fuck, not pay to watch. But then again, but then again, you want the life of an OnlyFans model, ma'am. Better yet, let's go the extra mile here. Not only you want the life of an OnlyFans model, but you want the life of a prostitute, the life of a stripper, a life of an escort, and so on and so on. After all, don't women in those fields get paid? But look at you. You want to get paid without doing the work. Let's just call a strike and a ball. But let's continue.
a lot of women are already getting paid to just exist.
All right, guys, so you got to talk about this woman going viral on TikTok for declaring that women should be paid to exist simply because they are women. Now, clearly, this is a statement that is controversial, right? People are going to respectfully disagree with a statement like that because I think that it is silly to believe that anybody should get paid simply for existing. However, there are nuances to this conversation. And
I mean, that's a straight up fact. They only want to get paid because they exist. Okay, if that's the case, then since they paying you for existing, then what you gonna do for them? If they pay if they paying her for existing, then they expect something in return. I don't mean just sitting on the sofa looking cute or a hug or any of that other dumb shit. You know what these men want if they're paying. Oh, that's right. They don't want to be treated like prostitutes. They don't want to be treated like strippers. They don't want to be treated like escorts. They don't want to be treated like OnlyFans, but they expect for these same men to pay them. Make that fucking make sense. Now, let me go ahead and go to part three of this delusional feminist suggestion, shall we? Now, in part three, she's gonna try to woman-splain. She's gonna try to woman-splain this whole entire shit. But let's hear part three of what she has to say.
The amount of men who actually secretly hate women is actually next level. I made the video where I say that women should be paid.
Oh, okay. Now these men hate women over the fact that they don't want to pay your broke ass just for existing. Are you? Let me say this in my Dolomite voice. Yes, I love saying this in my Dolomite voice. Bitch, is you for real? Are you for real? They hate you now because they don't want to pay you for existence. Are you dumb? Straight up retarded? You think a man's gonna pay you just for existing? Fuck no. Get that out your system. It ain't gonna happen. And no, shaming these men and harming them, attacking these men is not gonna change their minds. Plain and simple. But let's continue on.
Paid to exist. Bro, the amount of men who are like, well, us men contribute to human life too. Well, no shit. No shit. Thank you for stating the obvious. Thank you, Captain Obvious. Like, no shit, men contribute.
Well, if it's so fucking obvious, ma'am, then how come you trying to paint the picture as if a woman alone can give life? No, ma'am. Go back and watch your previous videos. You tried to paint the picture as if, oh, only women give life. No, ma'am. You carry the eggs. Us men, we carry the fertilizer. And in order for you to bring life, your eggs must be fertilized by a man in order to give birth, or else your eggs is going to rot. So no, you can't do this shit alone. You need that other ingredient in order to bring life into this world. So yes, it should be obvious to you. But no, ma'am, you try to paint the picture as if, oh, I could give life all by myself. And now you're feeling a certain kind of way because someone stated the obvious. Let's continue.
Contribute to life, but you guys don't contribute in the same way. You guys literally give and leave. Women, our minerals are depleted, literally. In the process of giving birth, our bone density decreases, our hair gets dry, our teeth get weaker because the babies are literally taking our minerals from our bodies to nourish that baby. On top.
And what does all this got to do with you suggesting that men should pay women for existing? What does any of that got to do with it? And while you preaching about all this nonsense, where's that baby gonna come from? The person who's paying you, or another dude that don't have to pay at all? Yes, this is what you call shifting the goalpost. Now she's trying to woman-splain why men should pay women just for existing. I mean, the shit don't make any sense at all. But let's continue.
On top of that, men, you're not stuck for 9 months carrying that baby as it grows in you. You're not sick. You're not stuck with the morning sickness. You're not stuck not being able to work certain days. You're not stuck literally with the baby growing inside of you. And the amount of men who want to make it seem like it's comparable is next level.
And while you're whining and crying about it, what are the men are doing? They out there busting their asses off. They out there putting in hours and hours and hours, making sure that both you and the baby, your pregnant ass and the baby, once born, to provide for both of y'all. Make sure you have everything you need during your pregnancy and after childbirth. What, you think all that? You think you think a crib, bassinet, stroller, diapers, formula, doctor's visits, all that shit's gonna fall out the sky? No, all that shit costs money. And where is that money gonna come from? The man, the father. But again, what does all this have to do with you suggesting that men must pay for your existence? Because at this point, ma'am, you're not making any damn sense. Let's continue.
On top of that, y'all aren't the ones who have your body and your psyche damaged through childbirth. It's women. There is no comparison. Yes, of course, it takes both a man and a woman for human life, but the contributions are not the same. And
no shit, Sherlock. It takes a man and a woman to bring life. But look how you're trying to downplay the role of the father. Because you want to be special. And 9 times out of 10, your ass is not even in a fucking relationship, let alone pregnant with a child on the way. And believe me, you can't tell me nothing new. Because I'm a father of 2 who stood by his baby mama when she gave birth to not one, but both my fucking sons. And yeah, I even cut the umbilical cord on both my sons. So spare me your lecturing about parenting. Yes, spare me your lectures about how hard parenting is, especially to someone who is a fucking parent. I know how it's like for my baby mama as well as myself. I don't need someone with no man, no kids, no relationship to tell me how hard parenting is. Let's continue.
And trying to act like they're the same is actual delusion.
Now, what I find to be fascinating about this woman's argument is that she knows that what she's saying is controversial, right? She put it out there for clicks, likes, and views. She literally said at the end of her first video where she declared that women should get paid just for being women, that what she's saying, she know it sounds ridiculous, but this is what she believes. So if you know that it sounds like that, you know that that's how people are going to perceive it. I don't understand why she's so upset that she's getting responses to something that she already knows is a controversial thing to say. Okay, I don't understand why she's melting down and trying to boo-hoo whine and cry about men disagreeing with her opinion, because that's all it is. It's just a simple disagreement. Now,
exactly. She's just mad because the men ain't agreeing to her fucking suggestion, and rightfully so. And rightfully so. What, you think you're going to just say, oh, man has to pay for my existence and everybody has to agree with you? No, you ain't that fucking special. You ain't that fucking special on that fucking level. No one is. And what's more, for this female to be a feminist, what she's suggesting is gonna set the feminists all the way back. Because picture this. Oh, let a woman go tell a man, oh, you gotta pay me for existing. Okay, the man's gonna be like, okay, what you gonna do for me? What you gonna do for me? He's gonna look at her as a prostitute, an escort, a stripper, what may have you. You want the lifestyle funds without being part of that lifestyle. That's the reason why she was whining and crying about OnlyFans. She don't want to be an OnlyFans model, but she wants to get paid like one. And furthermore, and understand this for a fact, if a man has to pay a woman for existing, and if he ends up having to pay her, guess what? That man is going to look at her as if he owns her. Yeah. I'm starting. Yeah. I know I'm hearing the feminists boo-hoo, whining and crying about this shit. But as I say before, her suggestion is going to set the feminists and these women all the way back. And if you put in a price tag on yourself and expect men to pay for you, how else are they going to respond? I mean, she's literally putting herself up for sale. So in a sense, the men own her now because she put a price tag on her. I mean, how fucking stupid is that? Straight up. Even as a feminist. But nevertheless, I'm done with the situation. If you want to watch more of the Black Conservative Perspective, the link will be in the description box. Go check him out. Tell him JD Mouse sent you. But nevertheless, I said what I had to say. I'm done, and I'm out this bitch. Later.